What up, guys? We touched 0.007. Gotta love that. We have news right behind that. We finally found out what the whole English thing was. They purchased Science Card, and we're going to talk about that. Have a reaction. I haven't listened to the spaces, so it'll be brand new for me. Okay? And hey, we're having fun out here, guys. Zebec is the hottest thing out here in cryptocurrency. Man, you gotta love it. So hey, as always, cue my guy Indigo Saint and let's get it. Boom.
Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. Just thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing.
What is up, crypto warriors? What is up, Blackrue crew? We in here on a Thursday, whereas I like to call it Friday Eve. Um, let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go ahead and share the screen here. I'm gonna just do the. Let's see here. Okay, we'll share everything so we can show the chart right quick. Zebec went to, oh, it might be doing it here again. And as E showed us last night, this chart tends to be a little bit lower than the rest of them. So let's go to another one right quick here. Let's go to the MEXC chart. Okay, around the same chart. So it touched 7. Looks like it's going to touch 7 again. How cool is this, bro? We're killing it out here. We're killing the game. We're killing the game, bro. People are starting the whole FUD hype machine, but people are not paying attention. Like, I'm really loving this. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about it for a long time on here. We're not surprised, but then still we're surprised. Like, the community has really, really grabbed this by the horns and just sent it. Okay? Gotta love it, guys. Gotta love it. I see all you guys' comments on the videos. Despite our sound, me and Max, we tried to clean up the sound on the last project. Again, like I said, we're working on that. But I see so many of you guys' comments. Like, so many people are happy and grateful about what Zebec has given us right now. And understand you guys are a part of that. You guys spreading the word. I see people spreading the word on Twitter. I have a day job, so I can't always respond during the day, but I see it. The blue collar cryptos, the Midas golds, everybody out here, Jetpack Jo, should focus digital. Everybody's out here sharing the word, and countless other people that I didn't even like. I didn't even mention Rachel. Like, there's so many people on Twitter spreading the word, and I appreciate all you guys. People saying, "Oh, check out." They even told Blue Collar Crypto to check out me and Max, and he's like, "Bro, I share their stuff all the time." So you know what I mean. People are spreading the word about me and Max, which I very much greatly appreciate. Man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it out here, guys. I'm loving it. And just wait till we get to a cent, bro. Just wait till we get to a cent. It's coming. It's coming. Let's see here. What's up, Pharmacopoeia? $12 super chat. Really appreciate it. Let's get it. High frequency levels. What up, Rue? What's going on, bro? Appreciate you going live on Facebook for the first time. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. And let's see here. Let's now stop this share and get straight into the reaction. Yeah, so definitely we won't do the Decent wallet commercial today, but I see that you guys have been purchasing Decent wallets. It really, really helps the channel. Thank you guys so much for that. And then you see here the QR code for the futures trading. We're doing that in the Patreon. I got to do a futures trading video coming up here pretty soon. I'm a little behind on those, but there are already 8 futures trading videos on the Patreon right now. And I'm showing people kind of how to use the charts to do futures trading. Check that out. You want to check that out on the Patreon. So let's go ahead and stop this screen. Present the Zebec screen. And then I'm going to play it, but then I'm going to come directly back to you guys to make sure you got sound. Okay, and this is a blind reaction. I did not hear this yet at all. So I don't have sound yet either. Let me skip a little forward. I can't hear anything yet. I still don't hear anything. Hold on.
For sure. So shout
There
out
we go.
everybody for joining in the middle of the day here in the Eastern time, and I guess later in the afternoon in the UK. Ben, what up? Simon, what up?
JJ, let's go. How you doing?
It popped it out, so I don't know. Let me know if you guys can hear the sound. I can hear it now. It popped the thing out here. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Yeah, let me know if you can hear it. It's playing right now.
How are you, sir?
Very well. Simon, you good?
Could not be better. I mean, we've been working on this exciting.
Can you guys hear the sound from Zebec Spaces? Please let me know that before I go on. Okay. All right. Awesome. Awesome. So let's continue playing it. Sound from the Zebec Spaces, and we'll comment.
Acquisition for months now, and today is finally the day that it's all come to fruition.
Absolutely love it. Yeah, I've just posted at the top. So before we get into things, just very quickly, everyone, if you haven't seen already, I very much suggest that you click on the link in the.
Well, no, I just want to give a little information ahead of time here. Like, remember, I've told you guys in multiple videos how BlackRock in their assets under management is really huge in the education space. So a lot of the retirement funds are teachers' retirement funds, and those usually directly connect to apps like ADP. Because I know my company does ADP, and our retirement connects into the ADP. Okay, so to get into the education space, there are tons of different teachers, and now this is also tying people in across the pond. So it's tying in an entire new, quote unquote, entire new market. We already know that they're in Japan, but now they're also in England. So now England, Japan, America, this is awesome, right? So let's continue on here. And as always, we have a format to the show. We present the information first, and we get to the comments. I enjoy engaging with my crowd. I will always do that. Okay, guys? I will always do that. Might not be able to get to every single comment, but I will always do that. So if you're a person that enjoys short content, I'm going to try to cut up these videos for you. But please, like with the comments that they're like that the show is 3 hours long, it's going to continue to be 3 hours long because I appreciate the people that support me. Okay? So, but what I am going to try to do is to cut up the show so that people who want short content can get short content. Okay, so let's continue.
Jumbotron at the top there, bookmark it, come back to it later. But Zebec Network has acquired Science Card UK, and we're here to talk about that today and what that means for the ecosystem. We're here to learn a little bit about what Science Card is, who the team are behind that, and also a little bit more about what's led to that acquisition and how that's working out. So really, really exciting. Let's just do a quick mic check for Science Card. Hey, is that Daniel behind the Science Card account?
Hi, everybody. Yes, here's Daniel.
Hey.
Greetings from London.
Nice one. Great to meet you and see you and hear from you. And congratulations to you also. It's quite a day.
It's very exciting. Look, we met Zebec a while ago now, and Simon and I we had we had fantastic conversations, and it just gets better by the day. The creativity is high, so it's great stuff.
Amazing. And we've also got John, who's your co-founder at Science Card. Hi, John. Just bring yourself off mute and say hello. Let's check your mic.
Yes, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, while they're doing introductions, remember from the first spaces, they told us they had like 300 to almost 500 signed agreements already. So maybe like all this news that we're getting, maybe these were agreements that were already signed. Okay. So, and also while we got all this FUD going around, remember people were FUDing XRP, right? And XRP was sitting at, little cents, like 10 cents, 13 cents until it wasn't, right? Until it was like $3. Now it settled down to like the $2 area. But, people got, made a lot of money for it going to where it is right now. So, and we know that they're going to be partnered with Ripple. So as much as people were out here FUDing XRP, think about that when you hear and see the FUD for XCN. People are going to FUD to try to get people to try to slow the train down. But again, remember, people FUDed XRP, they FUDed Bitcoin, they FUDed Solana, FUD. That's what they do, right? So let's continue.
Fine. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Absolutely delighted to be here. It's fantastic news. Amazing outcome. Great team, kindred spirits working together. Can't wait to get this off the ground.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're thrilled to host this one today. I'm going to kick us off. We're 2 minutes in, but we've got a shorter space today. Obviously, anyone who's coming to this a little bit later, it's a recorded space, so you can share it with your friends. You can listen back. You can let your groups and your people know, because this is a really, really exciting one to listen to throughout. Simon, I'm going to kick us off unless there's anything you want to touch on before we get going.
Please do. All yours, Ben.
Love it. Right. Well, look, welcome everyone to another Zebec Spaces, a special edition off the back of that news today that Zebec has in fact acquired Science Card. We're going to learn all about that in a moment. You've just heard from some of the team, so it'll be myself moderating the conversation. Simon, obviously, you all know as.
So remember, Simon's the guy who does mergers and acquisitions. We've been over his LinkedIn. He did mergers and acquisitions for Bain Capital. He did mergers and acquisitions for Thayer Street Capital. I think it's called Thayer Street. We'll go over that a little bit later. So this is his bread and butter. So it seems like this is what he does. He handles the business side while Sam handles the tech side. So it seems like a great combo with those two. Like each can do what they do and make the business really move forward.
As the CEO at Zebec Network. Also, we've got Science Card account, and behind that is Daniel, one of the co-founders of Science Card, and also John, the other co-founder of Science Card. Really, really exciting stuff. We're here to break down this latest acquisition of Science Card, what it means to the future of mission-driven finance. There's an awful lot that goes behind this one, and we're really, really exciting to kick things off. So look, before we get going, I'm going to bring Simon in. Simon, what is Science Card? Why did Zebec acquire them? What made this the right next move in this incredible narrative that we're watching play out before our own eyes?
Well, as I said earlier, we are incredibly excited to be partnering with Daniel and John. Us at Zebec, we've been watching their moves now for the past year. We've been in conversations with them for the past few months. It's truly an honor to have them now part of the family and as part of the team. We are super impressed with what Science Card has built over the past few years. They have a portfolio of the top universities in the UK, and their mission-driven finance program is a perfect fit with Zebeck's own mission to build real-time and inclusive financial infrastructure for the world. So this acquisition, again, one of many for Zebec, as you know, we're a very acquisitive company, has helped bolster our growing real-world user base. And it marks our first foray into the education vertical, which is a priority area for our growth in 2025 as we seek to expand from payroll and card payments into the $800 billion global tuition payments market. So this marks the beginning of
Ooh, tuition payment market. That's interesting. So not only with the the Zebec cards, the tuition payments market. That's interesting. I was thinking, just with universities, kids are always using cards. Like, you know what I mean? Like kids are always using like debit cards, credit cards, stuff like that. You can probably hit, kids with Zebec cards and yeah, that would be very lucrative. But in the tuition market, that's pretty interesting. Let's listen.
Of Zebeck's footprint in education, and we know it's going to grow significantly from here. We're very impressed with the product market fit that Science Card has found over the years, and their traction with top schools in the UK has really made it a standout target. So, as I said, after many months of discussion, we have finally made it official today.
Amazing. Absolutely love that. And as you say, a really interesting product market fit. I'm super excited to jump on that. Daniel, if it's okay, I'm going to bring you in now. I guess
Please.
before we get into more of the kind of the information around this acquisition, let's just talk a little bit about what inspired the creation of Science Card and like what problems you've been solving via this product and platform that you've been building.
Yes, absolutely. Look, the core idea was to bring research closer to finance so we can finance more research. Because look, we need much more money in the world to cure cancer. We need much more to do to create cleaner air, better water quality, ensure food security and things like that. And these are all things that are needed to ensure our family lives longer, our parents live longer, the life we all deserve, right? And to do that, we thought we need to bring the financial ecosystem closer to R&D. And if they're closer together, funds can flow much easier into science. And that's the challenge we have been addressing and working on towards of. And we make great progress. And I believe with Zebec, it's the best place to amplify that. The crypto ecosystem with stable coins and things like that. It's just fantastic what real impact we could do in that space when we bring it together.
Amazing. And I think it's really exciting that the product and the platform that you've built.
Okay, so if it's
what real impact we could do.
Okay, so if it's funding research, this seems like I know Tim Draper has always funded research as far as like with his Draper University, like it's an invite only school. It seems like he's always been one to fund research and to fund like brilliant minds, no matter where they are. It's not a surprise to me if Zebec does the same thing because we know Draper is an investor here, right? I'm not saying that he has his fingers on it, but I am saying that I know he's a person that does that, and since he owns a piece of this company, maybe he has a hand in that, right? But let's listen.
In that space when we bring it together.
Amazing. And I think it's really exciting that the product and the platform that you've built. Simon, maybe you want to just touch on that a little bit more and maybe just to the tune of like what about those things and that product market fit really stood out to the Zebec network?
Well, one of the reasons why we zeroed in our efforts on the education sector over these past few months is because crypto adoption is highest amongst students and amongst the under 30 age category. That demographic is a key target for us. And it's a perfect fit with Zebeck's strengths in crypto payments. And of course,
I like that. I'm going to rewind that just a second because interesting that that's the market that they're targeting. This is really cool. And it makes sense too, as far as payment goes, that you're going to target the people, the young people. So that makes it a more sticky type of thing because you're targeting them early. You're getting them in high school, or I'm sorry, in college, excuse me. Usually, they try to, people try to tag you with credit cards in college because they know, one, as a student, you're probably going to have a lot of debt or you're probably going to have to buy a lot of things. So this is kind of a brilliant move there to target students, right? Because more than likely they're going to hold on to that or they're going to be spending. They just are. They're going to be spending.
And maybe you want to just touch on that a little bit more, and maybe just to the tune of like, what about those things and that product market fit really stood out to the Zebec network?
Well, one of the reasons why we zeroed in our efforts on the education sector over these past few months is because crypto adoption is highest amongst students and amongst the under 30 age category. That demographic is a key target for us. And it's a
That actually really surprises me that that demographic is the demographic where crypto is the highest. I would honestly think it would be highest along the 30 to 40 range. Like it seems like to me the kids that are like, college age aren't really concerned with anything other than, you know, let's just say worldly, secular type of things. Like, but to me though, it does make sense to target them because they're young and they're in school and they're going to need funds. They I remember those times, back in the day, way back in those days. You know what I mean? I needed funds. So to target students really makes a lot of sense.
perfect fit with Zebeck's strengths in crypto payments and, of course, stablecoin backed cards. So we are planning to roll out a number of Zebeck products across the users of Science Card. We'll be introducing discounts on school payments and expenses if using a Zebeck branded university card, as well as on the longer term roadmap. So think about in the next 6 months, we'll be introducing streaming payments for tuition at these schools, as well as potentially handling the payroll for the faculty at these institutions.
That's cool. So possibly giving students Zebec cards to spend. It's that whole like gas card thought and mentality, right? Like now that you have some type of asset on these cards, that asset is now a Zebec kind of asset, right? But two, again, like I was saying, college students are going to spend a lot. They're going to spend. If you tie it into them paying tuition, maybe them even buying their first car, them buying school books, them getting loans. That's a really, really good sector to hit. And it's cool to have it over there in England first. You know what I mean? But like having it in American, like I feel like we're reckless over here in America. Like students will just buy, and they won't care because they're young and they don't necessarily really even know how to balance an account or to have like self discipline. I honestly, I hate to say it like that, but it's true, bro. Like, yeah, and I see Tony S, and I see a lot of people in the chat here. Shout out to you, Moon Feather. Nice to see you in the chat. I see Tony S. Yeah, college kids love to party, and books are expensive. 100%. So this is another very calculated. And when I say calculated, I don't mean it in a nefarious context. I mean it calculated in a brilliant context as far as like spending and having people use Zebec cards. This is really not. This is really good. So let me go back just a second here.
And of course, stablecoin backed cards. So we are planning to roll out a number of Zebeck products across the users of Science Card. We'll be introducing discounts on school payments and expenses if using a Zebeck branded university card, as well as on the longer term roadmap. So think about in the next 6 months, we'll be introducing streaming payments for tuition at these schools, as well as potentially handling the payroll for the faculty at these institutions.
Yeah, and we're going to jump in.
Payroll for the faculty is cool, but getting your card in the hands of kids who are probably going to be doing a lot of spending, way cool.
To a few more bits about that in a moment as well. I know that I'm really interested to hear about some of that stuff about like streaming and those other things. Really, like it's a fascinating product and obviously like a really exciting market who are super crypto native. I can't wait to delve in a little bit more. I guess I'm going to come back to the science card team with the next one, which is, you guys, you've served some of the UK's most prestigious institutions by being a university led product. Like, what's the core use case that you think you've come up with that really resonated with those institutions and those long-standing institutions in the UK?
Happy to pick this one up, Daniel. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, from a science card point of view, we've been privileged, Ben, to support some of the UK's top institutions, right, with their R&D efforts in primarily healthcare projects, climate science projects, and quantum computation projects, right? This is the future. Now, some of the universities that we've partnered with include Aston University, the University of Cambridge, amongst many others. Now, the core use case that you mentioned that resonates most with these, not only research intensive universities, the bigger names, but also the teaching intensive universities as well, is our ability to de-risk the funding of early stage research. I don't think you need to have too much of a vivid imagination to appreciate that traditional scientific or governmental budgeting committees often overlook blue sky early stage research, especially in the UK, due to its speculative nature, right? So we essentially address this gap by providing a platform that supports these critical initial phases, essentially, which can really boost innovation in research in the longer term. So that's the main thing. Now, I think it's just worth mentioning here that with a lot of the universities, we've also discussed, the opportunity to offer a planned fractional revenue share model facilitated through smart contracts. And, that's where Zebec comes in as well. We found great alignment in that case because using these smart contracts, we can offer transparent and efficient ways to manage funds and also commercialization revenue. So, this type of model, ensures that researchers and institutions can easily distribute grants, stipends, bursaries, fostering an environment of innovation and collaboration, which is what we really want.
100%. I love that. And just like, you've obviously, as Simon and Daniel have said a little bit earlier on, you've been talking for a few months now. This has been in the works. Do you think your university clients will be excited by the prospect of Zebec streaming payments technology, for example, in terms of like how that works with tuition fees?
Very,
Go for it,
yeah,
Dan.
I like a quick say something. So yes, very excited. Look, for universities, innovation is their business. It attracts students, it attracts top business, and I think it's time now that universities also come into the forefront of innovation in financial products, fintech, and so on. And any university who takes a step forward now and integrates the most modern technology will only attract more talent, better talent. So they want that. There's so much to be done. Some systems are still old. And yeah, when we talk to them and show them the possibilities, everything is very, very exciting from their end.
Yeah, that's, I mean, just building on what Daniel said there, just the streaming payments technology offered by Zebec, potentially for tuition, this is amazing because, this tech can significantly enhance affordability for students, by allowing the tuition fee payments to be streamed over longer periods of time, right? A semester, beyond, rather.
So allowing streaming payments for students is one thing, which is going to be a really great thing. But now the students are definitely going to use that card for other stuff. Not only books, but loans, food, getting drunk. Like, they're going to use that card. And of course you'd hate to see like student debt, right? But honestly, it would work really well for Zebec as far as like use. That's going to work really well for the buyback program, in which it's directly connected to transactions used on a Zebec card, or Zebec card. Excuse me, we've been over that Zebec. Um, but yeah, it's going to be really really good for the buyback program. Really really good to get this in the hands of students.
Other than the usual lump sum payments at the beginning, or at the middle, basically, of a degree. So what this tech allows us to do is make education more accessible, because it aligns more closely with the revenue patterns of students and their families. So this is a huge deal. And speaking hypothetically as an example, we've collaborated with Aston University and other universities, and you could just imagine a scenario where any university is competing for international students now. It's more cutthroat than ever. And through this technology, we can offer flexible payment options. We can offer discounts. We can offer installment plans, which can really be a decisive factor in attracting students, right? So
Wow.
streaming payments can make a huge difference in the university's ability to enroll and retain students.
Now, seriously, if I was, because back in Michigan State University, I used to, I used to do like night reception or something like that. If I could get streaming payments, you know what I mean? Like, so say that I would want to, go to one university or the other, as a faculty or a student, or like a student doing a research project. I'm going to choose the one that's going to give me streaming payments over the other one. Probably, depending on the prestige, right? But if it's prestige to prestige, you know what I mean? Like Harvard or Yale type of thing, right? I'm probably going to choose the one that'll give me the streaming payments, right? So,
and ultimately down the line, this creates a more diverse and dynamic student body, right? And this is just great for everybody.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I've got, I guess I've been sat here thinking about some of the other opportunities that there might be with universities and such, like a crypto native audience, and with so like statistics here, like there are so many people, young people, that fall into this demographic that you guys are going to.
no, it would be very interesting. And I think I mentioned this on a show before, too. It would be interesting if a university had like like Michigan State University coin or something like that, that could be used within the campus, or like right outside of the campus. Like, say, in Michigan State we have the city like up there in Lansing called like Okemos. Like, people would go to Okemos all the time. People would go to Lansing all the time. People would go, basically like 95% of East Lansing was Michigan State, but there were stores on Grand River, right? Like, if you had like Michigan State coin or whatever like that, and students got paid Michigan State coin, and you got some type of premium for holding Michigan State coin, you know what I mean? Like some type of like extra interest or something for putting your stuff on Michigan State coin, like some type of incentive, and that ran through Zebec. That would be pretty interesting. I don't know if that's something people like are working on, but that would be pretty interesting.
To be working with. I mean, do you think that universities in time might be interested in things like issuing their own stable coin for payments and things like that? I get, so, Daniel.
I didn't know he was going to say that, but that's essentially what I'm saying.
Maybe I'll ask you that first, and Simon, I'd also love to get your view on that.
Yeah, please. So look, there's in the UK, you have 3 million students that do tuition fee payment. It's a big volume domestically, a big volume from abroad, and could be interesting for university to issue their own stable coin They use it on the campus as a payment reward system. Maybe they just could switch to the established one.
I swear to goodness, I did not hear this beforehand. I'm telling you, I swear to goodness, I didn't hear this beforehand.
It would give them a lot of benefits, absolutely. Yeah, maybe Simon wants to expand on that a bit further as well, on a bit more detailed numbers.
Well, for us at Zebec, the most interesting part of the tuition payments are from international students. So in the UK alone, you're looking at around 11 billion pounds, so 15 million US, in annual volume just of international payments, since there's such a high percentage of international students. Now, of that flow, over 200 million pounds are going alone just to FX fees. That's not including bank fees, transfer fees, etc.
At State, I was like a part of the international dorm, and like international students is really a thing. People do like study abroad programs, through like the language colleges and stuff like that. So, study abroad is a big thing. So there are international students that go through these colleges, for different programs, for different, like different specialized learning. I'm sure if you're a specialized like kind of business student, you might want to do a study abroad and learn a language, and like so you could communicate to the Japanese better because your company has a Japanese like portion, and you like Japanese culture, or anything like that. You like Spanish culture, or Hispanic culture, uh, Mexican culture, what have you, right? So this is pretty interesting, and these universities, having been a university student, they are their own little ecosystems. They are their own little countries. So it really makes sense for these guys to have their own stable coins and like their own benefits for those stable coins. Like there's such this is very, very intriguing, and this is something that I could see like an XPR, since XPR is in on like credit unions. Like every university, I know at least Michigan State had its own credit union, right? So these states have their own. These universities usually have their own credit union. I could see XPR coming and tapping in on this too. This is very, very intriguing, guys. I really like it. Let's continue and listen here.
So using stablecoins through Zebeck's network would eliminate these fees and allow payments to be streamed in real time for students, and at whatever increment is agreed with the university, while raising R&D funding for crucial research at zero effort. So for us, it's really a no-brainer to bring our technology into this vertical, given the friction and given the high fees that currently exist for students.
That is insane numbers. Like close to 11
And that's just the
billion.
UK, by the way. Think about the global market, right?
Right.
That's going to be multiples of these numbers.
I mean, that.
Yeah, the global market. I think about the global market, and I thinking about the U.S. Man, that's gonna be crazy. Imagine just like Michigan State University, like a Catholic university, like Ivy League universities, Big Ten, Big 12, Pac 12, SEC, SEC. All these different universities, and you can make it like a fun type of thing too, quote unquote fun type of thing with rivalries and like this is very interesting. Could lead to like a lot of marketing things on top of them having their own stablecoin type of deal going on there. Like, so that's interesting. This is really interesting.
That's wild, and I want to tag on here, and Daniel, John, I'd love to get your view on this. Like, one of the really exciting things that stands out from Science Card here, having seen this press release a bit earlier and done a little bit of research, is this DeSci angle. I love that, decentralized science. Like, explain a little bit how Science Card users will be able to, like, give me some of the nuts and bolts in terms of how they can support live research directly.
Now, this has like Draper kind of written all over it. If you look at his son's company, Boost VC, it kind of has like a power button. We'll kind of look at it a little bit here. afterwards, they're heavy on DeSci stuff, like DeSci. They're heavy on DeSci stuff. So this kind of like has that type of feel to it. Um, yeah. So imagine too. I'm sure science departments get a lot of funding, right, and a lot of grants. So since I didn't do science per se, like I did computer science, but I could see a lot of different monies going for things like that. A lot of different grants going for things like that. So definitely we can see if that money is coming in on a Zebec card or something like that. Again, more deflationary type of stuff there. But let's continue.
Sure. Let me get started. So, I mean, DeSci is fantastic space, and DeSci is decentralizing science. It's very broad. There you can see Web3 data sharing, distributed consensus on publication, replication, funding, and everything is more open and transparent, which is very important. Sometimes in research, is the problem that some very important finding of certain research never could be replicated, which makes people question if they were actually real. So the web DeSci can add credibility, and so it's very exciting space. So one of the stand-up features, so Science Card is very committed to DeSci, because we are enabling a so we are opening up for everybody to contribute to science project, which science project should be funded and participated, while currently a very small percentage decides who gets funded, what gets done.
And also, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We got 419 members here, 227 on X, 192 on my YouTube channel. Definitely share the information around. I hope you're sharing Zebec with your community. I don't know if you guys watched the show yesterday, but I was talking to the young guy at work. He was so happy to see Zebec up like it is, man. Like, I think there are some members, so because he is a young guy, he is in college. So there are some young guys that are looking at cryptocurrency now and trying to figure it out. So like, hey, I guess maybe Simon's right on that one. I thought that I really thought it was the 30 to 40 guys, but I think some of the young guys are starting to come around, man, to cryptocurrency and really figure it out. So let's continue here.
We believe that if that's open for more people to contribute and have a say, we might discover many different things. But yeah, over to John to add.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's great. Just to pitch in here, I think, one of the things that we've tried to do is, position Science Card from the get-go within a DeSci paradigm. So, we essentially empower users to support live research directly, right? So the projects that we have on our platform, all these cutting-edge healthcare, climate science, quantum computing projects, they get sponsored through what's known as a milestone-driven format, right?
So he's mentioning a lot of things that love them or hate them. That the WEF is really putting a focus on climate actions and things like that. These are projects that are going to get like government and federal funding. So so again, that's something you want to definitely have your fingers into.
This is very prevalent in healthcare, and it's really successful way of doing good science, because we allow essentially
One more time, definitely check out the latest spaces that me and Shook Focus did. He was talking about the project called Dovu, in which they're focusing a lot on climate, or on carbon, the carbon economy. Okay.
Public to fund against very visible and tangible milestones. So, this makes the whole process much more effective, and it also de-risks the projects, not only for the scientists, right, but importantly for those high net worth individuals, investors that would also want to participate in the science in the form of its intellectual property, right? So, you know, getting that DeSci angle right has allowed us to create a really transparent and fertile ecosystem at ScienceCard. So every contribution that is made through the ScienceCard platform is essentially tracked, and its impact is it's visible to the public. And this transparency can only be done with having a DeSci structure in mind, right? Which fosters trust and encourages much more people essentially to participate.
Okay, so I think he's saying there that like, okay, now we can have like a, front facing thing when it comes to grants, when it comes to where the university's money is going. We can now have integrity with that, and it'll be on the blockchain. That's pretty interesting.
In a scientific advancement. So it's really revolutionary. We're trying to democratize science and its funding, and make it much more, make research much more accountable and accessible to the wider public. This is the core thrust of what we wanted to do.
I love that, Simon. That must have been such an appealing, angle here for you guys to take. Obviously, you guys are absorbed in the DeFi space. You've been looking at all kinds of payment and financial solutions. This is like another string to the bow. Talk to me about how you see DeSci and that whole vision expanding under Zebeck's infrastructure.
Exactly, Ben. I mean, DeSci is yet another example of real world adoption of our programmable money infrastructure. And real world adoption, as you know, is core to all Zebec products. They're all built around a use case and solving a real world problem. So our streaming technology allows for direct and verifiable flows to researchers, which makes R&D much more transparent, easier to fund, and easier to track, particularly when you bring it back to the milestone-based payments that John was speaking about earlier. Now, taking this into the world of stablecoins, of course, accepting stablecoin based grants for R&D opens you up to a global group of donors. No matter where you are in the world, funding is as easy as clicking send on a transaction.
Wow.
Versus before, many universities were stuck.
That's cool. So accepting stablecoin grants, it's like almost making this grant system into a GoFundMe, right? Type of thing.
With local or government-based funding models. So we envision this transformation acting as a multiplier effect to the university budgets that are allocated towards R&D. And of course, that means the advancement of humanity and all of the great things that science can bring.
Yes, guys, this is really, really exciting stuff. I'm kind of blown away really by what this edition means, and also the kind of the size of the prize when you think about the exposure that you guys have currently had to universities and the help that you will have been able to give in terms of research and those things, and how big those markets and those user groups and those opportunities are. It's a massive play. I congratulate you all on getting it over the line. I think it's incredible. I think, we said this was going to be a quick one to do and wrap. So maybe just some final points. I'd love to, first.
Okay, for me, before I listen to their final points, it's cool to see that it's being done over in England. Now we got not only the Japanese market, we got the English market and the American market, and like opening yourself up to that whole base of people, that whole group of people, like the young kids just coming out of college. These are the spenders that you want to catch. Like, the only ones that would be better, or not that I would say better, but the only ones that would be stickier or spendier would be people that just got married. Okay, so they're hitting a group of people that are going to spend. University, college students are going to spend. So this is great, especially like Simon said, if you think about this globally. This is good.
First of all, thank you, Simon, Daniel, John, for your insights. It's been amazing. Are there any additional points you want to drop in, just in terms of how people can learn a bit more about what you're doing, how people can participate, what they can, what they can go do some more research to understand? Let's have a little final thought from each of you. I'll start with Simon.
Absolutely. Well, this acquisition really marks kind of our first foray into the UK market. Of course, we have a lot of customers in the UK market, but this is us acquiring a UK company. Of course, I spend a lot of time myself in the UK, so this is home to me. And the UK has positioned itself as a hub for financial.
Funny comment. Paul Andrew here. You have to stay on for 24 hours, Rue. I'm gonna start that. I'm gonna start that. That's pretty funny. But yeah, Simon just said this is their first foray into the UK market. So he's saying they got customers there, but this is the first big one in the UK market.
Foray into the UK market. Of course, we have a lot of customers in the UK market, but this is us acquiring a UK company. Of course, I spend a lot of time myself in the UK, so this is home to me. And the UK has positioned itself as a hub for financial innovation, over many, many decades, and it's increasingly.
And of course, yeah, we know that that's Simon's home. He lives in the UK.
Positioning itself as a hub for digital asset regulation, particularly around stablecoin. We're seeing a lot of great progress from the UK in that department, similar to how we are seeing it in the US. And now Zebec can operate in education, payroll, DeFi, real world spending, all with regulatory alignment in the UK. And of course, we're very excited to have Daniel and John lead our education vertical at Zebec, and we are expecting to be making announcements with many of the universities in the Science Card network over the coming weeks. So stay tuned for that, and I'm sure there'll be additional spaces where we'll dive deeper into specific use cases with specific schools.
All right.
Amazing. Thank you. Daniel, John, I'll let you guys fight over who wants to go first, but I'd love to just get some final thoughts from you. And also, I would urge everyone in the audience, just give Science Card a follow, because of course there will be updates from the Zebec network, but they will also follow from Science Card as well. Go for it, guys.
Just final thought. Yeah, please follow our journey moving forward. There will be very exciting news coming in the next months of partnerships with universities, and the adoption could be very, very fast and exciting. So follow us.
No, thank you. Just a final thought from me. It's fantastic, essentially, to reach the culmination, essentially, for this journey with Zebec. It's been a while in the making. We're really glad we made it through. Like Simon, like Daniel has mentioned, we are going to be announcing some of the great work that we've been looking at behind the scenes with respect to university partnerships. And this is just essentially going to extend the footprint of Zebec within the educational and higher education sector.
So this is pretty huge, and this will be like a working test, if you will. Whatever they do with these universities, these 10 leading universities or whatnot, will be a working test to see, okay, now can we do it with a Harvard or Yale or like some like huge university, right? Like Michigan or Michigan State, some huge university, like handle that whole ecosystem. This is interesting. Let me continue.
And make use essentially of the great products that are going to be on offer. Including some of the already pre-existing offerings as well of Zebec, such as Zebec Vaults as well. So we are talking to the universities on treasury management systems and payroll services and a few other products as well. So expect a lot of announcements along the way.
Fantastic. Look, I want to thank you guys for giving up your time. I know it's a busy day for you all. I also want to just give a little shout out to the audience for coming up and joining us at quite short notice. Obviously, an incredible press release today, and then to be able to drop a spaces and have so many of you join us. Really, really grateful for that. As you all know, I've been supporting Zebec and Simon for a few weeks now in terms of moderating these spaces. I think we were going at a fortnightly cadence before, Simon. We're going to start doing it a bit more frequently, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One space is a week. So there's a lot of.
One a week? Let's go. They're going to give us a space a week? All right, let's go. All right, Simon.
Great news on in the forecast for us at Zebec. So no better way to sharing it with our community than on the spaces. So Ben, thank you as always for hosting.
Love it.
John, Daniel, it's an honor to have you as part of the Zebec family, and we're super excited for this journey ahead of us.
Amazing.
Pleasure's all
Thank
ours.
you. Likewise, this was amazing. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Thanks, guys. Remember,
Thank
this
you.
is a recorded space, so you can go back and listen to it later on or share it with people who you think need to know. JJ, I think we're all good, my guy. Thanks so much for hosting this one.
As always, all you and Simon, and shout out the Science Card team and everybody that joined in the middle of the day. So appreciate the time, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys.
All
See you
right.
soon, everyone. Thanks so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Cool spaces. So gets them in the English market, in the British market. Gets them in the hand of college students, which they need money. Let's share the whole screen now that we don't have to do this. 1 second. So that's going to be cool to see. I love to see how this test is going to go because, I can definitely see a university with its own stablecoin. I can just really, really see that. So let's look at some of our comments here, and we'll take it from here. But all in all, I think this is great news. I like to see where this goes. Let's go check our price here. Chilling at 0.0068 and rising. Okay, let's check the comments here. God, yeah, my research in December. This is from Justin Ramage. What's going on? I'm glad you have my research in December and January. ZBCN is going to bless so many people. I'll be using mine to help further the kingdom of Christ. All right, brother. That's cool, man. That's cool. Anthony Hall, I'm going to party and ask for forgiveness. What's up, Anthony Hall? Everybody party Rue tonight. Everybody's going to have a good time. Theme song for tonight is Party Rock, but should be Party Rue. Appreciate you, Paul Andrew. Just try not to mentally spend my profits before they happen 100%. What's up, Creative Mary Mac? Hello. Appreciate you being in here. Shout out to you. What's up, Mr. Mac? Salute. What's up, Rude Boy? He's in here. Appreciate you. Already did my party. Okay, what's up, C.D. Aiken? Yay, another live. Was so fun last night. What's up, Crypto Fan? What's up, Stump Rider? What's up, Chris? Crypto Crossroads Show. Let's go, bro. ZBCN killing it. And definitely check out the Crypto Crossroads Show if you guys haven't already. Let's go pop up his channel here. If I can spell. There we go. Here we go. Just did a recent drop here 7 hours ago on IXS. Okay. And he's been talking a lot about Lightlink. Loving the Lightlink content. And if you guys are looking at this and seeing, oh, he only has 162 subscribers. No. He just started his channel 2 months ago. And trust me, this is a guy from my Patreon. He shares great information. And this guy's going to be a rising star. Just you wait. Just you wait. So definitely like and subscribe. If you don't, you're missing out on alpha there. Okay? So shout out to Crypto Crossroads Show. What's up, D.R? Appreciate you, brother. What's up, Dreamer? Hey, man, Zebec is pumping like a meme, but ain't nothing like 100%. Let's start that. Let's get it. High frequency levels. What's up, Rue? What's up, Pharmacopoeia? Definitely start that as well. Soldier of Judah. Zebec to $1. Zebec. Is this a Zebec fever dream or something? What's up, Phantom Beat? What's up, Les Squared? New Jersey in the house. Okay, we got sound. Good. What's up, Ralph Dennis? Um, XRP Vegas this weekend. I would love to hear confirmation of a Zebec partnership. Hey, maybe we hear it. One's Dark Path. Yes, sounds good. Okay. Hit her all day. Zebec is crushing it. What up, Rue? Sound is good. What's up, home bro? Heck yeah, Zebec to billions. What's up, token ultimate token news? Rue. What's up, sis in the house? Hey, Rue crew, hit that like button. Really helps the channel. Thank you. Thank you, brother. What's going on? Heal919. What's up, Yazzie? Yair Bay? A Bay in the house. What's up, yo? Pharmacopoeia. I love 4-hour content, and I love being with you guys for real. Like, people share information and content. People ask questions. Like, I think it's a fun time. Carl MJ16. That's amazing, Justin. Yes. What's up? View Geo Job. What up, Rue? Vida de Gambero. What's up? Why isn't anyone talking about Wallet Connect? It's at 1.22. It was 30 cents a while ago. You know what? I'm not sure. I haven't literally looked into it. Kurt Dog, what's good, Rue? Always good information, fam. Appreciate you, brother. What's up, HBCU Maker? Smash the likes, good people. Pharmacopoeia. Ships carry much cargo, and Zebec has so many partnerships. It's like a coalition of partnerships. Let's go. Is it back on LCX? Not that I know of. What's up, Mooney? It's the Mooneyverse. Much love, Rue Crew. Zebec, let's go. Our last stock stars and crypto connection aged very well. ZBCN was at 1, like 0.001 then. That's right. What's up, Mooneyverse? So if you guys go down to go over to my channel, one of the first things you'll notice here is I got a whole Zebec playlist for you guys. Latest news. Definitely you want to check out this Zebec super app. We make connections here to Uber. Okay, this is a me and Max collaboration here, and then I also make an argument of how Zebec can get to $1. Okay, more and more, the faster and higher this thing goes, the more and more I think it's a possibility. People ask me my price target, and I tell them it's 5 to 10 cents. That is still my kind of price target. The more and more, and the faster and faster, and the bigger and bigger this community goes, the more and more I think, hey, maybe $1 is possible. Okay, this is me playing a devil's advocate against myself, because again, I've been playing it conservative. 5 to 10 cents is where I'm thinking Zebec can go most realistically. But hey, I can make a case for $1. I can make a case for $1. And we have XPR content, Swift content, XCN content, LCX content, and then you mosey all the way down and you see feature channels. Of course, Underdog Research Channel, Shook Focus Digital, Maximus Crypto, Gentleman of Crypto, and the Mooneyverse. You go ahead and click this one. We had a recent show where we had Crypto Ronin on there. We also had a non-mystic on there. We go here. I think it was a live show. And in that show, we definitely brought up ZBCN. So definitely check that out. Stock Stars and Crypto Connection, episode 2. The very lovely 111 views there. That's going to increase because I know you guys are going to go over and watch. So definitely check that out. Me and Mooney were on the first hour, and then it was the 4 of us, Mooney, Anon Mystic, and also Crypto Ronin. Definitely check that out, guys, if you haven't already. Yeah, definitely hit that like button, guys, and share this content around. We're up to 500 now. 260 on X, 233 on YouTube. Okay. MXC Joe, 50 here. I'm all in. Newman Your Lord, check out the Soul Scan holders on Zebec. Big numbers, big numbers. What's up, Newman Lord? Let's go ZBCN. College kids love to party and books are expensive. 100%. What's up, Drake's Lens? What up, Doru in the chat? Thanks for the alpha. No problem. ZBCN takes my mind off XRP. I feel you, bro. I feel you, Joe. Time is money. Instantly, that same day, let's go. Zebeck Network, watch the space. ZBCN is a no-brainer. I'm hanging out for the Coinbase listing. Smo here. What's up, Smo? Or same here. For the Coinbase listing. I got you. Coinbase is watching. That's right. And remember, their Coinbase Ventures partner is one of their partners. So they're going to be on there. It's just when. Zebec is pumping. JV thinks that they'll list when it breaks a cent. Honestly, I think Coinbase won't list it until after the whole airdrop thing. I don't think they want to take away from the Uphold airdrop, so don't be surprised there that they list kind of after the Uphold airdrop. But who knows? I don't know. Maybe they can list before the Uphold airdrop and support it, but I doubt it. I think they would list after. Loudest Corner, my guy, the knowledge and the research you guys drop is top notch. Appreciate you. Instant payroll solutions and payday loans will be obsolete 100%. White Rock, guys. XRP is not a smart token, but XPR and Zebec are programmable smart token capable with AI, which is imported for Web3. Remember, like Anthropic, I think that's one AI they're partnered with. So shout out to them. Sun Moon, yes. XRP needs Chainlink or Zebec to connect with the web. 3, I know they also have something with Flare where it's called like Flare XRP or something like that, or FXRP. So they are working on it, and I think they have it with XRP. Okay, so they are getting some type of DeFi on top of them. But you know, with FXRP, you got to wrap your XRP on Flare to get the DeFi that way. SDC is running privately on ETH. Benjamin Awaken, what up, Rue? Zebec will hit $1 very easily. Too many catalysts in front of it. I got 1.7 on the exchange. The rest is being staked. And right now, as we speak, I will receive almost 2K worth of XCN from ZBCN from staking. Appreciate it. Elites can use XRP ledgers to store their tokenized assets without the use of XRP. That is true. I know that that's true. But XRP is one of those things to me, right? And I know there are people out here kind of just saying, like, kind of not necessarily fudding, but kind of fudding XRP. XRP to me is like gold, right? It's like gold. It's like Bitcoin. It's one of those assets. Maybe they take a while for it to get to where it needs to go, but it's going to be just as good as holding a piece of gold to me, right? You know, is it going to move a little bit slower than other assets? Maybe, possibly, but it's to me tantamount to holding gold, in my opinion. So, but you know, do what works best for you. Zebec can be staked at. Here, let me. Do I have my wallet? I don't think I have my wallet on this computer, so it should be safe to do stake. Zebec IO. Okay, perfect. So total staked. This is the exact site you do staking for ZBCN. Do not trust any other one. I'll send this to you guys on the chat here. Do not trust any other one. They're going to use USDC as CBDCs as the settlement currency, probably. Allegedly, banks can use Ripple's liquidity without actually buying XRP. That is true. That is true. But the thing to note there is that XRP is probably going to be a settlement coin, or like a gold. It's going to be something where you can say, okay, this is an asset that's worth X amount of money. And since they're going to be putting so much liquidity through the network, I think that's going to grow XRP, right? So just because they can use XRP's network without using XRP does not mean that XRP will not grow. So that's the thing we have to take away there. And I know for sure that a Rothschild owns 8.7% of XRP's supply. Not the company Ripple. They chose to take 8.7% XRP supply. So of course they're not just waiting for a little bitty, you know what I mean, small gain. They're not doing that. They're holding it like it's gold. Okay? That's what they're doing. Zebec streaming instant payment will get rid of accounts at workplaces. Yep. Yo, Rue, shalom, homie. Good to see you. Shalom, brother Abe. Okay. Adamu 333. White Rock tokenizing oil. Let's go. ZBCN $10 from Bugatti wins the airdrop. Oh, I think this, somewhere like second week of June. ICP can do 10K transactions and all. Yep, ICP is pretty good. Scotty T, let's go Zebec bros. You know who we are. Terry Bunn, ZBCN to $1. Definitely get those likes up. Bitcoin SV is the original Bitcoin, and now ICP to replace the internet. Maybe so, maybe so. Stars are aligning for Zebec. While everyone is distracted by ZBCN running, AC is making moves, just partnered with the World Liberty Financial, XRP, ZBCN, and AC. Yeah, AC is good. AC is good, and AC's kind of a part of what's happening here, right? I showed you guys with my mind map. Let me bring that up right quick. Alchemy play is part of this. You know what I mean? It's kind of part of it. In this mind map, you can see that Alchemy Pay is one of the apps that connects to Stellar. So, and I think all of these use Visa. So, conceivably, Zebec can work with all of them. I don't think we're distracted. It's just a better play. I kind of feel like that too, Pharmacopoeia. What's up, Max in the house? Watching Knicks Pacers, but here to support Brother LaRue. Why don't Ruku smash that like? Keep a close eye on SCH is going to go on a run as well. Yeah. I have a little Alchemy Pay, but I have way more Zebec. I understand how you feel about Alchemy Pay, but I am very much more bullish on Zebec. What's up, Courtney Jonathan? Appreciate you being in the house. Another lady of crypto there. J317. Can't be in everything, though. Impossible to be in every good project. There are way too many. Yep, 100%. Paul Andrew Touch, 0.007. I swear, every time you're on, bro, Brother Rue, we're moving. Hey, man. That's what it seems like to me, too. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh, and that's why you said I gotta stay on for 24 hours to pop the price. That's hilarious, bro. Money has already been programmable. Sun, moon. They don't actually print new money unless the system or the monopoly game runs out of fake fiat. But it's just a reflection of digital numbers on the screen. Ooh, that's something right there. Mark Thompson, what's up? Zebec Army, what's up? New challenge for you, Rue. Let's test this theory. That's funny. What's up, Curtis Reese? UK is home to you as well. I want to get over to UK, man. I want to get over there, man. There's stuff I want to see in Scotland, stuff I want to see in Ireland. Yeah, man, I got to get over there. And there's stuff I want to see in the UK as well. Everyone's thinking about settlement, but Zebec thought about instant micro pay, right? Instant micro settlement, 100%. That micro move will be violent once it's established. I agree. Price move up is imminent. Curtis Reed spent 1K on ZBCN today. Appreciate it. I have 1 billion now. 1 billion? Do you seriously? You said 1 billion. You have 1 billion Zebec. Every time someone clicks my website, I get paid micropayments through Zebec. I have Revolut is amazingly fast and can utilize any local currency. That's interesting. I have a friend came over Europe and introduced me to the platform. I'm loving it. I love Revolut. It's amazingly fast and can utilize any local currency. 1K, you got 1 billion. Never mind. Yeah, do you have 1 billion? Yeah, that's interesting. By the way, don't leave, Rue. Otherwise, I'll be asking for you to repeat everything from the beginning. Oh, that's hilarious, bro. Keep this train rolling. Keep this party on the tracks. We'll be Zebecking and rolling in the dough. Let's go. Let's go, Scotty. Thanks, bro. You're going to love IXS because it is backed by Coinbase, Circle, Securitized, Binance, partnered with HBAR, XDC, Algo, and Tezos, and many more. That's crazy. Let's start that. I'll definitely have to check out that video, brother. I'm praying for Ruel's health and Maximus Crypto too. I love you, man. Thank you, Lee, man. I really appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate that. Zebec riding the storm like Lieutenant Dan and Forrest Gump. Why do we joke about that every day at work, man? We joke about Forrest Gump every day at work. Somebody will be like, someone will say something like, I did the code, Lieutenant Dan. You know how like Forrest is always just telling Lieutenant Dan what he did, and Lieutenant Dan's like, okay, that's great, Forrest. And Forrest just doesn't even notice. Oh, that's hilarious, bro. Let's Square. Hey, Root. I pray up everybody in this chat. Appreciate that, guys. Any updates on Stellar XLM? Yes, we pray for humans on our beautiful planet. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, definitely hit the like, guys. Hit the like and subscribe. We're so close to 6,000 subscribers. Let's get it tonight, guys. Let me see how far away we are. Let me pull it up. We are 25 away from 6,000 subscribers. And I'm looking at my analytics, and it's over 10K returning viewers. So over half of you are not subscribed. So I'm sure 25 of you can subscribe tonight. Okay? Instead of lurking and possibly just lurking and yeah, like, come on, get it together. You had the half of you that have not subscribed yet. Get it together. I told you about this and you said you won't touch it. at all when it was 0.004. Why now? Wait, who you're talking about? TNT tomorrow's news today. Are you talking about Zebec? Because I've been talking about this since 0.0007, bro. Um, I just haven't you seen the shows? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something. Tell me what you're saying there. Tomorrow's news today. Pat and beat, don't front Zebec, and you'll be rewarded. The pump is moving, and we'll get the bull run started. Maximus says thanks for the prayers. Zebec ship sailing fast. What's up, Marcus Grimald? Creative Control, what's up? Big Dog Rue, what it do? What it do? Appreciate you, brother. Marcus Grimald, wait for the ripple effect. Let's go. Pace facts, fire, ship. I'm gonna try to not butcher your name, John Siciliano. Any updates on the a hold airdrop? Should be second week in June. We get the information. That's what I saw someone say. What's up, Crypto Pete? Zebec is currently over 1 cent here in Australia. Is that true, Crypto Pete? I know in certain areas you do get like a different type of price due to certain areas. That it was like that for Bitcoin in Nigeria, and I think it's still like that for Bitcoin in Nigeria. Guess we'll take your word for it, Crypto Pete. Now, I finally remember the name. Remember I was telling y'all about that show Yellow Jackets, and like a lot of people are from New Zealand, and some of the actors on there are half Maori. I think it's Maori is how you pronounce the indigenous people from there. Like, yeah, I wanna visit both of those places, New Zealand and Australia. XRP is the ledger. Okay, if XRP is like holding gold, then what's up with Pax Gold Coin? Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying there. I mean, like, honestly, I made a show like a while back where I said I really see XRP surpassing the market cap of Bitcoin. And remember how we were going to like securitize, and we saw all of these freaking SBI and all these Japanese banks. It's clear that BlackRock is probably already working with XRP through securitize, right? So honestly, once this XRP ETF comes in June, we probably finally see the price of XRP finally move. Okay. Where is it? Press. That's what we want. So we see here BlackRock and Bill Dell, Zero Hash, Zero Hash again, Trade Tech, which is XRP, or not XRP, but XDC. And here's SBI and Mizuho. So we went over this a little bit a couple days ago. I really think XRP, once this ETF is launched, is going to be moving. Oh, my mouse is just acting stupid right now. It's sister, bro. Oh, it's sister. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Lee. I'm so sorry. Sister. Yes. Yes. Um, Another lady of crypto there. Okay. All the banks will own a crap ton and will use 0.00001 per move. Paxcoin is backed by 1 troy ounce. Okay. What's up, Should Focus Digital? We were just highlighting Mooney's channel. You can also see here Should Focus's channel right here. Click on that bad boy. Let's see what Shook has going on. Thank you for sharing my stuff, Shook. Appreciate it. Just had a Dovu video. Definitely want to check that out. Definitely check out the Dovu spaces, the Dovu and XCN spaces we did on my X channel. Benjamin Awaken, I will receive 2K worth in dollars in staking and approximately 247K Zebec from staking. Wow. So you staked a lot, bro. You staked a lot. It won't unlock until September. What do you think the price will be by then? Wink. Oh, did you ever check out the Mazi? No, I did not check out Mazi. I'm so behind, guys, on videos. It's like every time I come in, Zebeck is just taking off, and I have to comment on it. You know what I mean? I'm also behind on futures trading videos. So I heard Mazi is working with Quant. Cavell Kayvon TV, what is up, bro? Rue helping spreading that gospel of ZBCN. That's right, bro. What's going on? Definitely check out Brother Kayvon if you guys have not already. Cavell Kayvon. He's doing he's going to God's work himself, spreading this on TikTok, if you will. Definitely check him out over here. He's posting some really good posts here. And I know, yeah, like I said, he's spreading the word on TikTok. So definitely check him out over here if you guys haven't already. Sharing some really good posts of different people talking about ZBCN here. I definitely watched this one. This was a really good one. Gentleman there talking about how he bought Zebec. So definitely check out Brother Cavell Kayvon if you guys haven't already. Appreciate you coming through, brother. Let's definitely start that. Maximus Crypto, I'm subscribed to your channel, and when I have the funds, I would like to join Rue's Patreon. Appreciate that, Lee. Spearman, I just sold a half of my XRP for this and doubled my cash. Nice. Can I stake Zebec through DCENT Wallet? Not at the moment. I think you have to go do it through like Phantom Wallet or something like that. I do not think that you can stake through DCENT Wallet. Let me know if I'm wrong on that, somebody, but I'm not sure that you can. Here all day. What up, Max? Everybody giving the respects to Max out here. Love it. I just got back into Swift today. Hit her all day. Lannis Belair. ZBCN equals catch. KOU or KOU? KOU. ZBCN community is strong. Okay, don't forget you can check out the show on X. Thank you, Should Focus Digital. Appreciate it. Is 3 billion enough, Zebec? If you're running out there with 3 billion, Zebec, that's crazy, bro. That's craziness. Billion or million? that's a lot of Zebec. If you got 3 billion, okay, that's crazy. Looking at the charts. It looks like XRP holders are using their XRP to buy ZBCN. It does seem like that. It does seem like the outflows on XRP are coming into ZBCN. I would never. I have separate bags. I think he means $1 million. I was trying to get a laugh. Oh, got you. That's like 3 billion, bro. Like that's amazing here, bro. Is 8 billion enough? Hey, bro. Like I have a lot and I feel like I don't have enough. I have a lot and I feel like I don't have enough. You know, out here, Leviathan out here, and I feel like I don't have enough. What's good, Terrell 504? What's good, Zebec? Rocket ship. Just subscribed. Appreciate it, Mary G. I got into Zebec in February. Is 10 billion good enough? You guys are hilarious out here. Relax and meditate. I love that number. 252 or 252K. That 9 right there. Gotta love it. Gonna keep buying. Keep stacking. 100%. Homebro 4206. Zebec is ready to moonshot even more. Anything under a cent is a good buy right now. I think so too. Anything under a cent is a good buy right now. Like I love these. Like it was great in triple OX, but anything under a cent is a good buy. So if you know, in my opinion, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. Do what's best for you. But honestly, I think there's still time. Anything under a penny, I think is honestly a good buy. You know, but that's not financial advice, right? You know, my personal price target is 5 to 10 cents. So, you know, what does that tell you? That's over a 7 or 8x right now. Oh, let's go. Look at that, guys. 0.0071, okay? Which is still a great buy. It's still a great buy in my opinion. If we look at price up, and again, we know from that Zach Rector video, right, that market cap isn't necessarily a 1-to-1. But if we look at Aave here, and we know it isn't a 1-to-1. That it just isn't a 1-to-1. So it's not necessarily, it's actually not right. It just isn't a 1-to-1. So okay, some of that Aave money has come out of Aave, but so it's no longer a good comparison for what we're looking at. Let's go back to CoinMarketCap. Find something that is a good comparison for what we want to look at here. So market caps. What is going on? Okay, all crypto. This is not looking correct to me. Yeah, this just does not look right now. Okay, I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. We're going to open it again. Because none of those values looked right. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Uniswap. I think Uniswap. Nah, that's not what we want to look under. Let's do Pepe. Let's do Pepe. So ZBCN with Pepe market cap. I think that's the Pepe we want. Okay, yeah. So 5.5 bill would be a 9.8x, kind of like a 9.8x, and that's around 7 cents, right? And then let's go ahead and look at one more. We get something under Pepe. Went the wrong direction there. Uniswap. Yeah, let's look at Uniswap. So even if you bought now, you're still, like if it hits my price targets. Again, that's a if, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. That's like a 7x. This is 7x. And it's virtually 5 cents. So a little bit more to this. If it was like 4.1 billion, that would be around a 7x. Who wants a 7x, right? Sorry about that, Lee. Happy Thursday. That 100% milk money. I hope everyone is doing good. ZBCN pumping. Amazing. Thank you. Pharmacopoeia. Lightning in the bottle over here. What is Uphold airdrop? It's going to be, Simon announced this. It's going to be an airdrop. So basically, based off the amount of ZBCN that you hold and you have on Uphold, you will be airdropped something. Is it more ZBCN? Is it another token? We don't know until they tell us. But usually it's something like more ZBCN or like a ZBCN X token that you can redeem for more ZBCN. So we shall see. What's up, Smokey McPherson? Binance and ZBCN connection. El Pablo. We shall see. Well, when it's 50 cents, folks, I'll be saying anything under $1 is a great buy, and that time will come. I've been saying for us, it could hit $1. 50 cents, the most this cycle. I've always said, wow. Dreamer, Forrest bought some shares in a little-known fruit company called Apple too. I love it. I love how you put that. He did buy some shares in a little known fruit company out here. Praises to the Most High. What's up? What about Loan Protocol? I buy Loan Protocol on the MetalPay app. Okay, so I love XPR. You can see here I do definitely have XPR videos. I think Shook has some too. Definitely want to check those out. As you can see here, we got a XPR playlist. I need to update this. Things like this with Zebec, like with the university, I can definitely see XPR being a part of that because they're a part of credit unions. I could definitely see these guys like kind of doing some team up or some type of partner there to get this done, right? So we'll see how it completely plays out. Let's continue. Come on, folks, let's support our brothers at Ruel Black, the Crypto Rue Podcast, and Maximus Crypto by subscribing and getting regular updates. They're exciting and financially empowering. Thank you so much, Lee. I appreciate that. Yeshua Saves. Let's go, 13. I got to party kind of late, but I was able to buy 100K ZBCN. Hey, that's going to do you real well. It's going to do you real well. What's up? Brother D Black in the house. What's up, fam? Another good follow here on X. Let's pull bro up. Definitely want to come over and follow bro. I know he recently did his first post. There it is on X. 29K, bro. That's good. I'm happy to see it. Yeah, definitely give D-Back a follow out here if you haven't already. Bro's gonna be a rising star. And I knew you were from Baltimore, bro. The way you say it too, like people from Baltimore have this particular accent, right? Where they like two. I love it, bro. I love that Baltimore accent. I know we in Detroit, we have our own little kind of accent too. But yeah, shout out to bro. Shout out to D Black, giving them follow on X if you guys haven't already. Shout out to Shook and E, of course. What's up, Milk Money 25? Here all day, Ruel. I mentioned this to you much earlier at point 007, maybe point 009. So I know he's wrong. Yeah, because we were talking. I know we were talking about this earlier. Point 007, point 009, and like always, y'all guys had to tell me about it like 2 or 3 times, right? And I finally took a look, and I was amazed. I was amazed out here. So, you know, that's the community showing up like you guys always do. So, thank you guys. Let's go. Ruel, when this downpour, shit, I need to accumulate more. What's up, D Black? With the be more she. Have you guys ever seen The Wire? There's a guy in The Wire. His name is like Clay Davis, and he has this line where he's like she. And I think The Wire is talking about Be More. Actually, I think The Wire is talking about Be More. It's based, or you know, it's fiction based off of the city of Baltimore. Correction, point 0009. 0009. Hitter All Day was talking about it on here. 0009. Penguin season 2 got canceled, but my Zebec is over 4,000 this month. Let's go. Phantom Beat. We the bank. What's up? Let's go. Let's freaking go ZBCN. Put those Zebec profits into XRP. Oh well, you know, hey. That's up to you there, buddy. If you want to understand how Pax Gold and XRP will be backed by the same asset, look at Pendle Crypto, separating yield from liquidity. The meme, same but different, comes to mind. Magic Money. Bizarro, you always drop some alpha on here, bro. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Gonna start that comment. I'm definitely gonna have to look into that. Let me take a picture because I might forget. There we go. I don't know if it's gonna pull back, guys. I think we saw the pullback, and it has to go. Like, where's the top of this GAN fan? The top of this GAN fan is probably 8 cents in real time. I think it might have to get to 8 cents before, or not 8 cents, excuse me, 0.008 before we see the next kind of pullback. Okay. That may coincide with the waning moon here. This dark, the dark waning moon, which is coming up pretty soon. And I don't know how many days. Let's see here. Let me see. Moon phases. So that waning moon is coming. Okay, we got the new moon. That waning first quarter moon is coming June 2nd. So if we have some type of pullback, it might start during that time. If we have some type of pullback. But I don't see it. I think it has to go to 0.008 first. We shall see. We shall see. It's still on the 12. It's still got a lot on the 12-hour. Still has a lot more to go on the stochastic. A lot more to go on the stochastic on the 12-hour. Where it can fill up. Well, dang. Well, on the 12-hour, it can probably fill this whole boy up right here. So maybe all the way to a cent, which makes me kind of think about what the bro was saying in Australia, how it's already a cent. In Australia, maybe it fills this whole green block up. That could be something to look at. So maybe it fills this whole green block up on the 12. Okay. On the day chart, it looks like, okay, maybe 0.8 area. But if you look at the 12, got this whole block can go all the way up to maybe a cent before, and you got that whole area in this stochastic where it can fill. Let's see how it looks on the 8. Yeah, on the 8, it's that 0.008 area. So we shall see. Either the 8 or the 12 will ring true for us. We'll see. Zebec, okay, we got that one. Looking for entry. Book money. What's up, Red Star? 7311. Z to the B to the you crazy. Z to the B to the C, Z to the B to the C to the N. To the N. Nice. Hostile Territory Outdoors. I was pretty happy with ZBCN gains. I swapped into Velo since it's starting to move too. Okay, that's up to you, bro. Brock trip? Brock trip? You're all good, brother. Just keep doing the videos the way you're doing them. And when you get to it, you'll get to it. I absolutely love your Zebec content. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. In my streets, 0.007 here. GS, what's up, Ruin team? GG. I dumped Casper and NextEra for more ZBCN. You can stake it through Tangent Wallet, and the best in my opinion. What's up, Crypto Pete? Nice. Money is made up. Watch, it's just money margin call. They make up the prices they're going along. A global reset is basically adding extra zeros to everything. There's a lot of truth to what you're saying, Pissarro. A lot of truth there. There's a lot of truth there. There's a lot of truth there. Pharmacopoeia, I want that astrology chart training course. Let's go. Red Star, let's go. Hey Hitter and CCS. So 100% of my XRP for this. I'm so convicted. And Zebec, what's up, Brian? Enoch, where's that link? Link should be in the description for the Patreon, y'all, if y'all want to do that. Max, 3 billion, they got in early. Praises to the Most High. I wouldn't suggest buying the rumor selling the news on this one, not financial advice. I don't blame anyone for selling their XRP for Zebec. You'll get more in return on Zebec now than for XRP or BTC. Vida de Gambero, I've been buying since March. Appreciate it. Link for staking. Oh, I put it in the chat there. I'll do it again. Hopefully I still have it. Yeah, there we go. Put it again. Yo, Bullish Choices. What's up? J Reed Art. This is the price action before regulations. We are super early. 100%. I agree with that. Star that comment. Super. What's up, Bullish Choices? Nah, bro. Selling XRP. Whoa. They're both good to hold on, but I mean, that's a lot of judgment there, bro. For me personally, I'm not doing that. That's just for me personally, but I can understand why someone would want to do that. I can understand why someone would want to do that. If I'm making the whole devil's advocate argument on both sides, right? To me, like, what's the only bad money? The money that's not moving, right? That's really the only bad money is money that's not moving. XRP isn't moving, right? But again, For me, I think of it as an investment, as a gold, right? It would be almost tantamount to buying a house to me, right? I'm putting this over here knowing it's going to appreciate. Same way I would if I was buying gold, same way I would if I was buying a house, same way I would if I was buying BTC, right? Bitcoin. So for me, that's the type of asset it is, right? If you want to move your money into something that's moving right now, I can understand that. However, if I was to make the kind of argument that you're making now, bro, to me, it's like, oh, well, why would you sell gold? You know what I mean? That's kind of, if I was to make the other side of the devil, advocate argument, like, I'm not gonna sell my gold. I'm not gonna sell my, XRP. I'm not gonna sell my Bitcoin, right? And that's not me being a maxi, but that's me recognizing what XRP is as far as that instance, right? I tweaked and I bought 400K and forgot about Zebec. Some big buys coming on Dex Screener, 9 and 10K worth of XCVN or ZBCN being bought. That's crazy. Good evening. What's up, Nadia Emil? Esco 215. This goes out to my crypto crew. Throw your funds up in the air if you feel me. Yeah. Salute to the future crypto millionaires. What do you think about Natalik? I'll have to take a look at that. I'll write it down. I don't know about that one, but I'll have to write it down and see. Check on it. Natix. I had to check on them. People are frying their digital devices globally because they can't stop checking their portfolios and watching YouTube about ZBCN. 100%, bro. I know I can't stop checking mine, bro. A friend told me about ZBCN at 0.0013. He's about to FOMO in at 0.0071. That's hilarious, bro. You know what that reminds me of? I told my sister back in the day, right? This is like after Rona. I told her about Gush, right? Which is the oil. It's like an oil ETF. It's like leverage. She got in that boy, and I didn't, and she jokes with me that she got like she made some nice cash from that. Same here. What's up? Thank you for the super chat. Kensington Confidential just came to say thank you, sir. Appreciate it, bro. He was leaving to go back to work at the bank to move 6,200 today to buy a mill. But by the time he got home, it increased to 7K for that mill. I'll check to see tomorrow what happened. That's cool. That's hilarious, bro. It be like that sometime, though. B Moore says, Doug, not dog. Yeah, B Moore, they got that interesting accent, man. I love it, bro. One of my favorite rappers is King Los. He's a B Moore guy. Oh man, bro. I love that B Moore accent, bro. And cut. I love that B Moore accent, bro. Shit. That Clay Davis shit. Oh man. GS laughing like Young Buck. Yep. Looking at ZBCN chart, and I can't help but saying shit. Oh, gotta love it, bro. How difficult do you think it'll be to breach over a penny and hold? Okay, so that's one thing to look at. What could happen, right? Which kind of happened. Let's look at XCN, right? Let's look at that chart. sometimes when things do go over a cent, they might pull back a little bit. The way things are going with these catalysts that they're hitting us with news every freaking week, I don't think we're going to have that problem. But let's look at it anyway, right? So let me get rid of my a lot of my indicators here. Like the moment this thing went over a cent, I think we had a little pullback. Okay, yeah, you can see it here. So right here, it went from 8, like right where we are right now, right? Then the next couple of days went over a cent and a half, then pulled back for just a little bit and flagged. That's a clear flag, it looks like to me. And then went even higher to almost to over 5 cents. I think it went over 5 cents. Okay, very, very close to 5 cents. So maybe we can have some similar type of movement. Get to like right where we are right now, right? 0.008, and then from 0.008 over a cent and a half. Flag for what? How many days did it flag for? So that's the 18th all the way to 23rd, and then just blast off. 2, 3, 5 cents. Maybe we see something similar. And the way they keep hitting us with news, I mean, I wouldn't even doubt it. Partnerships like Ripple, BlackRock, NOIA Ventures, and Circle. This thing is going to be huge. Thank you, Joshua Shaves. We definitely hit that with the star. I gotta hit these Shiats with stars too, y'all. That's hilarious. Oh man. Wiz Domination. Good luck. We saw the low. It pulled all the way back to point. Yeah, it pulled back. I think we saw the low, and that's it. Chronic Playing. Best wishes to all who invested in your families. Thank you, Chronic Playing. What it do, Big Roo? What's up, Dot Biz? Naka 7783. Hey guys, new to the channel, been lurking for a month or so. Love the content in the community. Hey Naka 7783. Hopefully subscribed as well. Thanks for saying hey. Appreciate it. Imagine every business mining crypto 24/7, 365. Cadena, the blockchain for business connected to XRP. Ooh, is Cadena that? I did some research into Cadena a while back. They've been silent as heck out here. Yep, welcome Naka 7783. Scottish Crypto, what's up? Does ZBCN have a sell the news event coming up soon? I don't think so, man. I think it's all gas, man. The airdrop, I showed you guys where Corium basically ran all the way till the airdrop. All the way to the airdrop, what do they call it? Snapshot. Ran the entire way. So I really don't think we have a sell the news event. If it is a sell the news event, it would be the airdrop snapshot, which is the exactly when the airdrop is snapped, and they say, okay, this we snapped it, now you guys so I really think it's gonna run that whole way, all the way to the airdrop snapshot. How do I get the rainbow view in the chart, a trading view? Oh, the GAN fan. You know, I really want you to come to the Patreon for that, but I'll this is all I'll tell you how to do it. But anything else, we have to come to the Patreon for that, because we're going over charts in the Patreon. But GAN fan, that's the name of this indicator. So GAN fan is what you probably want to look for there, and hopefully that'll give you the triangles. Yep. My friend saw the gains in his Zebec and he keeps yelling, "I'm gonna have me some fun from Predator." That's hilarious. Hello, Chronic. Salutations, salutations. What's up, Detroit 313? SSA, and I hate speed bumps. Oh my god, this guy Max, bro. I'm telling you, he will drive around the entire parking lot to miss a speed bump. Like the dedication this man and the hate, the absolute disdain this man has for speed bumps is absolutely it's next level. It's next level. MJ Diversity. We're all about building that XRP bag. What's up, We the Bank? Marcus Garvey. What's up, Yo Rue? Thanks for dropping that knowledge, bro. When did you first buy ZBCN? I bought in at 0.007, but I really upped my bag at like 0.0011. So, yeah, and I'm really happy about that. Don't sell your XRP. I mean, I feel like that, man. I feel like you should hold both. I honestly feel like you should hold both, right? If you know XRP, they're making all these deals, buying like Medico, buying all these different companies to try to custody crypto. Like I don't see why you wouldn't own both. But it's up to people to do what they want to do. Alex Pena, Rocket Ship. Please look into Alchemix. Okay, I'll have to look into that. And like I said, if I was to make a devil's advocate argument, I could see where people are coming from and selling their XRP. But for me, that's not a choice that I want to make. But if you have limited bags, I can understand, or if you want to hit the thing that's moving right now, I get it. I really get it. But for me, I'm holding my XRP. Zebec is a blockchain payroll of former ADP employees as executives. People aren't bullish enough. I agree. Maximus average bag is 0.0008. I'm more than happy. Let's go, bro. Red Star 7311 ZBCN. Let's go. No hold this long term. This project is a beast, not just because it's okay, you're saying no. Pause. Hold this long term. This project is a beast, not just because it's pumping. And D Black here, 2 and 2 and 2 is 2. And B more accent. I think I got it. 2 and 2 is 2. Love it, bro. I love that B more accent, bro. I'm a fan of accents, like all accents, especially with the ladies. For sure with the ladies, but I love that B more accent, bro. Detroit 313 ZBCN. Max, that's great, man. The world is a little crazy. And net zero targets, especially in England. Look at Power Ledger and you'll understand why. Ooh, yeah, I looked at Power Ledger a little bit, just a little bit. But yeah, that carbon That carbon economy is going to be a thing. And shout out to Shook Focus. If you guys have not checked out his Dovu content, you're missing out. You're really missing out. ZBCN has done almost a 10x wide rock FUD. Excuse me. Research trumps FUD 110%. Naka, yes, subscribe. Appreciate it. Crypto Clay with that $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Crypto Clay. What will be a catalyst or indication for a pullback? Man, you never really know. But for me, I like to follow kind of the moon cycles, and we've been going over this in the Patreon. Definitely go check out the Patreon, where we've already done 8 videos on futures trading, and I go into why and how and what we're doing with the moon cycle. Definitely go check that out if you haven't already. Thank you, Rue. You definitely appreciate you, Crypto Clay. Thank you so much for the consistent super chats, brother. It means a lot. And again, you guys know it goes definitely right back into the channel as far as improving the sound and things like that. Is the airdrop more ZBCN? That's what I'm assuming we can see. And again, that's based off of like past uphold airdrops. Like the Corium airdrop was a Corium X Corium token, which was basically a derivative of Corium token, which basically says, well, if Corium doesn't hit a certain price by such and such and such and such time, you will get this much Corium from an X Corium token. So, how do you buy real estate without owning real estate? Parcel Crypto connects with Propy. How much is the world really worth in numerical digits? It's infinite. Oh, I love it there, bro. And Parcel, that's another one that Draper has his hands into, along with Propy. Thanks, bro. I must join. Thanks, Ruel. Mark Pellera. What's the airdrop? Sorry, I missed it. There is a ZBCN airdrop. The COO Simon announced it in one of his spaces, and they say that it's coming in June on Uphold. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. So you're really, honestly, a big of a deal is ISO 2002, because I know XCN and the back both are going to be curious. What's my zodiac? Should I give that on the air? My zodiac is Aries. I'm an Aries. I'm a March Aries, but in sidereal, if you want to go that deep, because I look into this type of stuff. In sidereal, I'm a Pisces. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I act more like a Pisces than I do an Aries. But anyways, you know. how much you want to go with that or whatnot, but this is true. I will drive through an entire parking lot to avoid speed bumps. An entire parking lot. I mean, that whole mofo. That's how bad Max hates speed bumps out here. What's up, Jael Omari? I got ZBCN in February at 0.00097. Let's go. Scottish Crypto, thanks for your help, bro. I just got first ZBCN bag at 7, 10K worth. Let's go. Wanted to check no immediate sell news so I can sleep at least tonight. No fear. Appreciate no problem. Scottish Crypto. 4:30 a.m. here. Wow. Off to sleep. Take care, everyone. Make that money. Let's go. Punctuation. What's up, Randy? I'm gonna try not to butcher your name. Rykovich. Pharmacopoeia. Too much diversity can have an automated market makers eating your portfolios for lunch. 100%. D Black, I gotta get one of these. It'll be full of energy. Gotta get what you rule, fam. Detroit X Baltimore. Appreciate it, bro. Gotta get with you Friday, fam. Detroit X Baltimore, no problem. D Black, no problem, bro. Appreciate you, brother. Um, Hope my company starts using Zebec. I want to make more money off of people that didn't want to invest in Zebec. Yup. The moon, huh? The Most High's calendar never lies. Thanks, big bro. Yep, 100%, guys. 100%. If we hold ZBCN, will we get the airdrop? And when is the snapshot? Thanks, Rue. Thank you, buddy. If you hold it on uphold, okay? And of course, they have to come out with all the different things, because sometimes they'll say, well, uphold's supporting that. Well, we know it's going to be on uphold, but sometimes they might say, like, okay, well, Coinbase is supporting it, or whoever already has ZBCN on their platform, right? But they're specifically, I think, making this into an uphold thing because uphold and XRP have a relationship, right? So again, I think this is another kind of tea leaf you can see to say that ZBCN is connected to Ripple because they're doing this on Uphold's exchange, and Uphold like kind of is the XRP exchange. .biz march on. Astrology is clowning. Is clowning? Not sure what you mean. Proper bull. I'm a Libra. Spot on. Henny Hen. Subru, do you think Xora is a good investment? I'm not sure about that. Oh, you mean Sora? Sora, I looked into it, and to me, it's like a lotto ticket. Like, it's gone down so much. It's gone down like literally almost like 99.9%. Like, but they have some good things, as in like they have a Sora card that's backed by like MasterCard or something like that. So they have a card that you can use. They have connections to Hyperledger. There's so many little connections there, but then like it's gone down so much. It's just like, okay, well, I can put just $100 over here and forget it. Like a lotto ticket, either it hits or it don't. You know what I mean? But that's kind of how I feel about it. What's my opinion on Stronghold? I'm very, very bullish on Stronghold. I definitely have some Strongholds. You know, a fair amount of Strongholds. I am bullish on those guys for sure. What do you think about White Rock? I think White Rock is going to do something. I have a little bit of White Rock. I've been kind of getting a little bit over time. They always do the whole FUD thing, and the fudder sometimes is just as good as the fuddy. You know what I mean? So I do like White Rock personally, not financial advice. You truly have a gift the way you put this together. Thank you, Ches. I appreciate that, brother. Keep up the good work. You got me laughing over here. Sorry for the autocorrect. I'm a Sagittarius. LOL. Awesome, guys. See, this is my favorite part of the show. You know, communing with the community, right? You know, we get to learn something. People get to ask questions. We go over different information. This is the best part of the show to me. So, how big of a deal is ISO 20022? It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. My opinion of the owl and the bearable guy, 1, 2, 3 riddles is the Gnosis crypto. Ooh, the logo is an owl. And we all know about those owls, right? If you research certain things, right? If you research certain things, you know about those owls. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that too. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Nice 2-hour and 13-minute show. If you guys can put in the chat, owl, and I'll know that you made it to the end because you put owl in the chat. Not in the chat, but in the comments of the video. It helps spread the video around. If you put owl in the comments, I will know that you made it to the end. Thank you guys so much. Esco has some comments about Sora. I'm not going to read them, but you guys go ahead and listen to or get that, right? Yes, I look forward to your live shows because we are a community. 100%. 100%. And I said the chat, but I actually meant in the comments of the show once I exit the show, put it in the comments of the actual show. Okay. In the actual show comments. So Esco is saying stay away from Sora. It's a scam. It's up to you guys on that with Sora. I'm just saying, it seems like a lottery ticket to me because they do have certain things like they did something with a small like island where they did some like CBDC type central bank stuff, and they do have their own Sora card. There are a few little things there, but yeah. Thanks so much, guys. I'm out. Peace.